welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corin
and Bo. So, what'd you do over the weekend?
Well, not the weekend, but yesterday. Cause
we're like a
weird
day late.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be messing up my days all week. We went to Disney and we stayed. We don't always stay.
Yeah.
So we stayed at All Star Movies. I feel like the All Stars get a bad rap. I'm sure I've said this before. I've never stayed in movies before, but I've done sports and music. And people are always like, it's like a hotel or it's like a regular motel.
Motel,
right. But here's the thing. It's $109. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, that's cheaper than you're going to stay at the fucking Holiday Inn.
Right.
So stop being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's clean. And, like, it's over-the-top theming. And, like, sometimes, like, it's kind of loud. But, like, again, it's $100 a night. You can't stay at the Motel 6 for that.
Right.
And it was really nice. It was really cute. We loved the theming. There was like Toy Story, 101 Dalmatians. And I was like wandering around late at night. Last night, my cousin and I were wandering around talking. And I was thinking, and I was like, Disney is so like immersive and about the details. And so it is like kind of like motel style with like the outside.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, but there's like, so we're in the 101 Dalmatians thing. And there's like a giant Perdita, a giant Pongo. And then one of the puppies is like watching a TV. And then along the banisters, what do you call it, railway, hallway?
Yeah.
There's like puppies randomly here and there. And I was thinking, I was like, I bet there's 101.
Did you count them?
So it was like late at night and like we were starting to hear weird noises. So we went in. So then this morning I got up and I went down and I counted them. Sure enough, around, so it was 4 buildings of 101 Dalmatians. There was 98 puppies plus Pongo, Perdita, and the fucking baby makes 101.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was I was like, this is so cool. And then I was telling my aunt this morning and she was like, did you do the math? Did you count them? And I was like, of course I did. Yeah, I had to. So that was cool.
So what was your room? Do the rooms have like themes too or no?
So the rooms are all the same in all of the value. So like in music, they have family suites. So I don't know what those are like because I'm not paying family suite money.
You don't need
because
to.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have 5 people. I don't have to. So in all of the All-Stars and in Pop Century, the rooms are very similar. It's like there's like a regular bed, a queen-size bed, and there's like a Mickey Donald picture above the bed.
Yeah.
And then there's a Murphy bed, and the Murphy bed background is Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and they're like taking a nap. They're like sleeping, and you can see their dreams.
That's funny.
And they're set up for the All-Stars, so like, and I know, because Ferris asked her, what's the blue one dreaming about? What's the red one dreaming about? What's the yellow? What's the red, the green, right? So one of them's dreaming about being in a band. One of them's dreaming about being in the movies. And then one of them's dreaming about playing soccer.
And
but
they're all, it's like that, every room. All of them.
They're all the same. Well, I've stayed in, and we've stayed in Pop. So I believe Art of Animation is considered still a value, but it is one step up. So their regular rooms are Little Mermaid themed. And then their family rooms are either Finding Nemo, Lion King, or Finding Nemo, Lion King, something else.
Yeah.
And then like you can either pick or let them pick. But the rest of them, all the rooms are the same. But they're very big and spread out, so that's a problem that people have too. Sometimes you're too far. So we stayed in the Dalmatians in Building 4. It wasn't preferred. I don't know if they upgraded us and we didn't realize it, but it said standard on our room. It was a 2-minute walk to the front. Nice. We were like able to order food. We were right in between both pools. There was a Fantasia pool and a Mighty Ducks pool, and we were right in between them. It was a super convenient location. So I don't know if you stay at All Star Movies and you can request the Dalmatian section. I would, because we didn't pay a preferred price, and like it was so quick. And then also the buses, I never mess with the buses because I remember from being younger that it was always like an hour ordeal to use the buses, right? But like everybody kind of wanted to. Like Ferris was talking about the buses and my aunt was talking about the buses. So we went to Epcot during the day. We stayed till like 6 p.m. Went back to the room, got our stuff together, and then we took a bus back at night. And like we didn't leave the room until 7:30, and Epcot closes at 9. So like we weren't gonna have a lot of time, but we were in there by 8 o'clock.
Oh,
so it was actually like really, really good. It probably took like 15 minutes total on the bus, and it's like 8 to 9 minutes to drive, because from the All-Stars you're back by like Animal Kingdom, so you're kind of back in like the end of the bubble, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I was really impressed with the bus times, because I always felt like it always took longer, and like it really didn't. And even like end of the night, leaving Epcot at 9:30 by the time you're like done shopping or whatever, we got out there and it was like the furthest bus, but it's fine. And we got on. I mean, we were standing, but it wasn't like we didn't have to wait for 3 buses. You know what I mean? Like, I was pretty impressed. And it was packed. And I didn't think it was going to be packed because it was a flipping Monday.
Yeah.
But it was fucking fucking Hanson. And I didn't think that Hanson would draw a crowd like that. Kimberly, let me tell you, the amount of motherfuckers walking around in Hanson clothes.
Yeah, I could see that.
And like, because
Did you watch any of it or no?
We didn't get, we were going to try to. So there was a 5:30 concert, a 6:45, and an 8 o'clock. The 5:30 concert, the line for the preferred seating, because I think it's still like first come, first serve regardless. You still got to get in line, right? Out of control at 3 o'clock. Out of control at 3 o'clock. And then everyone's, and like, so I think the thing with Hanson is,
that's fine.
I think the thing with Hanson is, so they're a boy band. So like from the 90s, there's like us that were there. Like Hanson was my first concert.
Yeah, I actually never saw him in concert, but
it was my first concert with Nikki and everything, and so that was exciting. And you know, we loved them from them. But I think because they also play their own instruments, and they've actually like come far, like they still put out new music, and like people are still like,
I don't know any of their new shit.
Me neither, but like Eric is not at all a boy band guy, and he was like, oh, Hanson, yeah, you know, he's like, I saw them before on like a show or something playing live, and he's like, I was shocked that like they're actually really good.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of like older men walking around with Hanson shirts, which I didn't expect.
Random,
like 56-year-old dudes walking around with like Pammy said she saw an old man gray hair had shirts that Hanson mode on. I saw an old man gray hair his shirts at Hanson AF. What?
So
I don't
random.
know. I don't know.
So they become like this weird, like, they were like teeny bopper boy group, and now there's some sort of like rock group. Like, what do they sing now?
I don't know. I didn't make it to the
like
concert.
Pop rock?
I don't know. I didn't make it. And I also have not heard any of the new music because I haven't been into Hanson since 1996.
Not
you know what I mean?
Bop and the cookie cutter world.
Right. Exactly. Right. What was it? Man in Milwaukee or something. Right. Yeah, so, but I think that they are the ones that made the park busy because there was a lot of people walking around in Hanson merch and gear, and it was a little surprising. There were a couple of new food things I want to talk about. So first of all, there's a giant mozzarella stick at the boardwalk that I didn't get to, so I'm pretty upset about that. But if anyone does get to that and they can tell me how it is, you know, just, it's okay, I'll be jealous, but I want to hear about it. At Connections Cafe in Epcot, this is not a part of Food and Wine, according to my cousin, and I have not been able to find the information myself because I just looked it up before we started this and I forgot to look it up while I was there. But there were some fries in Connections. Black garlic truffle parmesan french fries, and they were amazing. And I have a picture. Oh my god, amazing. I have a picture.
I love anything like parmesan truffle fries. Actually, I like garlic parmesan truffle. Like that anything. Yeah.
I took a lot of pictures. I had to bring Haunted Mansion Mickey with me for some reason.
Oh my god.
Okay, that was me making mushroom toast. Okay, we'll get these.
Do
fries.
they have like a? Yeah, they look amazing.
That's like an Instagram filter, but
that's fine.
Yeah, and then that was a truffle macaroni. Can you see it because of the light? So that's the fries. I don't know if you can see it. I can put this on stories though. The truffle mac and cheese was part of Food and Wine.
Macatizer.
Yeah, Macatizer. So there's a traditional mac and cheese. We didn't get that one because I wanted the truffle one because, like you said, truffle anything is the move. Yeah. That's the move. And then they got the Impossible chili cheese, macaroni, and cheese. My cousin likes the Impossible stuff. I think she watched too many like meat documentaries. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's fake.
It's the Impossible stuff. Like she
I
always
thought Impossible. I thought it was like a play on the
The Incredibles.
On The Incredibles, yeah.
Disney does a lot of like the plant-based stuff. There's always plant-based options. They've gotten, you know, like still like if you go to like your regular quick service, it's still a lot of burgers and chicken tenders. But around the park and other places, and even there, if you request it, they've tried to do well with like the gluten-free and the, you know what I mean, like allergies and vegan. So there's always like plant-based options. There's plant-based option everywhere. And so my cousin normally takes it. And so they really liked that. And then they also got the pierogi. They didn't love that, but it had like sausage in it.
Oh, that's interesting. I fucking love pierogies.
Yeah, I have a picture, I think. Look, that was the pierogi, but there was like some kind of like sausage or something.
Well, yeah, like kielbasa is normal, but not in the pierogi, no.
No, it was like with it.
Yeah, that's normal. Kielbasa.
Yeah, I don't know though if it wasn't. That was onions.
Yeah, that's like a traditional
Polish thing, right?
Like kielbasa. I fucking love it. And you cannot find it ever in restaurants. Like, I don't know a restaurant that serves it. I found recently I went to one and it was a Steelers themed bar, so it was like Pennsylvania food. Like the guy was definitely from Pennsylvania, and that was like, you know, I'm from New Jersey, like pierogies.
Right. My mom used to make them all the time.
Like my friend Lisa's from Pennsylvania, and like pierogies are a thing up there. So this bar had pierogies on the menu, and I was like, so excited. So you cannot get them out anywhere.
Well, and I don't know if maybe that's why they didn't love it too, because we are also from New Jersey, and so like my aunt makes her kielbasa, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
pierogies, but they said that it wasn't great. So
But
I
I mean,
don't
I
know.
love Mrs. T's pierogies. I don't have to fucking be home. I've never made a homemade pierogi.
No, I've always like I pan fry the Mrs.
Yeah.
T's ones, or like every once in a while, like Aldi will have like some 3 cheese fucking
Yeah.
bitches that are
So
good.
fucking good.
So yeah, like I'm a pierogi fan too, but for some reason they didn't like it. I don't like the kielbasa, so I didn't try this one because I was like, y'all got meat touching that. I'm not interested.
I like kielbasa. That's how I make it at home. When I make it like with pierogies and kielbasa. That's what we have.
That's what like my mom used to love that.
Yeah.
That was what I had for food. Oh, okay. So this is what it. So that's what the like Murphy beds look like, and so like all the rooms look the same, and then like that's just like a Mickey Minnie Donald above the bed. I don't think you can see this because of the light, but
Yeah, it's some weird with like the lighting's not showing up.
Oh, and then we did do the.
Just like looked in the camera. It looks kind of blurry, doesn't it? Maybe it's just me.
We did the scavenger hunt, and it was a pretty cute little bowl this year.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was the Food and Wine scavenger
Why
hunt.
is it like maybe turn the brightness down on your phone?
Oh, maybe. You know what I mean? I bet my brightness is.
You can just do this.
Can you? I can never get that to go. See, now because you're here, I'll do it, but like I swear, whenever I try to do that, I can't do it. It'll never work, and every time I try to screen record, that's the only way to get to the screen record.
Here. You have to go from the corner, that's why.
Okay, well now I can do it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna forget that you said that.
Just iPhone lesson 101. If you need to pull the the corner thing down, you pull down on the right hand corner of your phone, and it will bring up like your screen record. And
good, because I can never get the screen record
and your brightness and stuff. But now I just made her lose what she was trying to.
I was just talking about this bowl.
The hotel, yeah.
Oh, we were doing the hotel, but then I moved on to the bowl.
Oh yeah, the bowl.
It was cute. I didn't get
from the scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So the scavenger hunts,
shit,
right?
I don't know.
Anyway, so the scavenger hunts, they're like $9.99. You can use your annual pass discount. I think I pay $8.50 for it. And then you go around the world and you'll find like Remy and Food and Wine. Remy has like a different ingredient in each country, so the stickers have the ingredients. So you got to match the ingredient up. If you don't really want to do it, you don't have to because you paid for it. So they'll just give you the prize and mark it. It's not a big deal. We do it because I have a 5-year-old who wants to do it. But like, if you just want the bowl, you just pay for the scavenger hunt and say, "Hey, give me my fucking bowl."
Right.
And then what else happened? All right, busting it back. Late night was fun. I got a cool shirt. There's a giant Fantasia hat that you can like walk through. I thought that was fun. I bought crafts. The food court is always a good move in the All-Stars too. You know what I mean? You can get like a pizza in there for like $15-$16 at the end of the night instead of dealing with, $40 worth of quick service. That might be all I have. I don't know. We went to Disney Springs today. There wasn't too much going on in there.
They still have the Harry Styles pop-up?
I didn't make it down that end because it was like 3 o'clock and I had to go.
I thought Pammy wanted to go to that, didn't she?
I thought she would too because she likes Harry Styles and she didn't care. She was like, it's skincare. I was like, I think it's shirts, but
I thought it was. Oh, see, there it is.
No, that's Lego.
But the pictures showed up.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? The other ones were videos. I wonder if that was the problem.
I thought his brand was nail polish, skincare.
See, none of us know what we're talking about.
And they definitely have like sweaters.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What's it called? I forget.
Pleasing, teasing, pleasing,
I think.
I forgot. I did take a picture of some like Halloween activities. That's gonna be if you're at All Stars. So that's a thing too. So if you go to Disney and you don't want to pay $6 million to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, all the resorts do their own Halloween stuff. So there's like gonna be make your own hitchhiking ghost craft that's gonna cost a lot of times like those aren't, they're like $5 or something stupid. I don't know if it's $5, but it's normally something like that. There's gonna be a block party. There's gonna be trick or treat. So like if you're at Disney on Halloween and you don't want to go to the party, like they're still participating. You can trick or treat around the resorts.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you taking Ferris trick or treating?
I think we're just gonna do like around our neighborhood. I asked him if he'd rather do like a trunk or treat or like an event. But I think he wants to take it old school because the last since he's been born, he's been interested, but then he always ends up getting like a cold on Halloween.
Yeah.
you know, and then like he was younger before and he like went to like the houses like directly next to us but didn't really want to go far. He claims this year that he wants to do it. He wants to trick or treat, and I was like, do you want to like go somewhere else? He wants to go trick or treat in his neighborhood. So
what is his costume?
he won't wear costumes because they're not, I don't know, he's not into the,
Okay.
so he's got a mummy pajama that he wants to wear.
Perfect.
Right. So that's what, like, last year I bought him, like, a Iron Man pajama from Shop Disney. So, like, it looked like the suit, but it's pajamas.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Right. So that's what I normally do. But this year he picked out, he saw, like, a mummy pajama that he wanted. He wore it last night running around. And then he also wore it around today, too. I might have a picture without his face in it, but I don't know. I'll have his face in here anyway. That's his Muppet shirt. He got a Muppet Lab shirt. And his marionette walking around.
Oh, that's cute.
You know.
See, no, that didn't show up. I don't freaking know.
I don't know. We'll learn one day.
We're just fucking amateurs at this. We're throwing it to the wind.
That's fine.
One day someone might listen to it. Well, there's a few of you loyal listeners that we love so much.
We appreciate you. That's what, this is more fun, you know what I mean? Would you rather watch us or like some scripted ass Real Housewives of whoever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're scripted. We're not. You can tell we're not scripted. So you know what the fuck we're talking about?
No.
A little bit.
bit.
I got some Star Wars coffee at Joffrey's, so I mean, I didn't try it yet. We'll see.
Why? What makes it Star Wars? Just the packaging?
Yeah, you know, I think so. Because there was like some dark side dark roast. And then, well, there's like some like princessy ones that like have flavors in them.
Yeah.
But it's like, do I want caramel and vanilla custard flavor? I don't know, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I like caramel. I don't love a French vanilla coffee. As a matter of fact, I fucking hate it. So, like, do I want vanilla custard? You know what I mean?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
And then there was like, and then he was like, get the Star Wars one. And it's like, why am I letting the 5-year-old have an opinion on my coffee? But then I did, because it was all this dark side was dark roast, and there was a Yoda one that was like medium roast. And I was like, you know what? That's normal as shit. There we go.
It is just normal ass coffee.
Right. So I bought that.
Maybe it tastes good.
I hope so. Well, I drink the Joffrey's around, you know what I mean? So that's like, I wanted just like a Joffrey's.
Right.
But like something normal. I thought that I wanted to try a flavor, and then I checked it out.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I went to a Halloween party over the weekend and dressed up like Britney Spears.
Oh, I saw, and I loved your outfit, and I loved your wig, and I felt like the long hair looked really nice on you.
Yeah, I was like sitting there playing with it, and they're like, "You miss your long hair, don't you?" And I was like, "A little bit." And I'm in the grow out stage. This is my. Before we started, I was like, "I look like Jared Leto," and Corn's like, "Yours not long enough to be Jared Leto," and I was like, "Yeah, but if it was longer, this just like straight. I don't know. It looks weird, but I'm gonna grow it out. I'm over the short, but
It's the beach wave. It's cute. I like
yeah,
it.
thanks, but
You're also not wearing near enough makeup to be Jared Leto.
this is true."
Just saying.
The Britney Spears outfit, though, people like was a very, very small group of people that understood it.
But he had the astronaut. It was so obvious.
Yeah, but still, like you had to be our age and a woman. Those were the only people who
I was gonna say I got it immediately, but I guess I count.
Those are the only people who said it's Britney, bitch, when I walked by. Like there was a few that like yelled it out, but they were our age and women. Guys thought I was like, this one guy stopped me and he was like, "Oh, we were waiting for you. There's a crime happening over there." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You're a superhero, right?" And I was like,
yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Superhero of women empowerment.
Kept, like, walking. Like that's guys thought I was like a superhero. They couldn't quite pinpoint what one.
It's because of the suit.
Younger girls like just were like, "You look fucking great, but what are you?" And young and older, but like didn't know what it was. It was like literally our age women.
Did
Instantly got
you
it.
like put that together, or did you buy it as a costume?
I put it together.
I was just curious, like, because I saw a picture of you and I immediately was like, oh, Britney Spears. And then I saw a picture of that he was in, and I was like, oh, clearly,
Yeah.
this is Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No, just our age group got it.
So first I was like, oh, Britney. And then I was like, oh, it's Oops, I Did It Again, Britney. When I saw him in the astronaut suit, I thought that was so obvious.
Me too.
Well, get
It
your
was
shit
obvious
together, people.
to me. I know. Fuck. A little bit up on the pop culture, please.
Yeah, right. Are you going to wear it again? Are you guys going to trick or treat?
I mean, we're going to take the kids, but
You're not going to put on your
dressing
Britney
up.
Spears outfit
No.
on a random Thursday night to walk around your neighborhood?
no. I will not. I was very, like, it took me a lot of, like, confidence I did not have to even put it on for Saturday. I kept, like, I'm not wearing this. I'm not wearing this. I don't think this is good. I think I should do
I really
something
liked
out.
it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
And everyone's like, you look great. I'm like, yeah, thank you. But That took a lot for me to wear.
I thought you looked great. I liked it. I was a fan.
Speaking of like pop culture shit, we have a new pregnancy.
Oh, who? What? Tell me about it.
Giselle.
Who's Giselle? Oh, Tom Brady and Giselle?
But not Tom Brady.
Well, yeah, right. Is it the jujitsu instructor?
Jujitsu instructor.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. Did Belichick post about it? Did Bill Belichick post like congratulations? Because wouldn't that be funny?
About his girlfriend did that. No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
No,
that would be so funny. I know you said just kidding, but I still asked because I wanted it to be true. Congratulations.
I know. I'm like, well, I guess the rumors were true.
Yeah, she's definitely fucking the jujitsu coach.
Yeah.
She got physical proof.
Yeah. Yes. No denying it. She's older too, right? Not that like that matters.
Well,
but
that's
like,
what I wanted to say, but like I don't want to be like
yeah,
ageist,
like I don't think that
like
it doesn't matter. But like, how old is she?
I don't know, because I mean, like, sure, it doesn't matter, but like, does it? Like, not like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but like, are your eggs dropping?
Yeah, I mean, crazy she could even get pregnant, right?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, did you have frozen eggs?
Is she that old?
I think so.
Could she not get pregnant?
I think she's got to be a decade older than us, and I'm not going to lie to you, friends of the internet. I'm 90% sure I'm in perimenopause. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
One time I thought that I might have something else going on, and I like was Googling some symptoms, and a thing for perimenopause came up, and I had never even thought, I never even heard of that.
Word,
never even heard of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And it was like a list of like 10 symptoms, and if it was like, if you got 3 of these, you can consider yourself in perimenopause. And I had like 8, maybe 9, and I was like, God. Well, I think.
Well, there's that.
I think that's that.
This is 39.
Right.
Wait, not yet. You got a month.
Yeah, but right. That's what I said. I was like, yeah, right.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking about something else. Right. Well, so last night, I don't normally drink, but we took the bus, so we were at Epcot late at night, and I was like, I'm gonna get a glass of wine when I was ordering from Connections.
Yeah.
And they had, first of all, they had Chardonnay on tap. What? That's interesting. Not really what I want, but it was the only white wine choice they had. So, okay. And I was like, so my cousin had also, we're mobile ordering alcohol. And it says, like, when you go to hit it, like, when you go to pay, it's like, okay, do you promise that you're 21, and can you prove it when you pick it up?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Give me my french fries and my friggin' Chardonnay. And I go, and I was walking over there, and I was like, do I really need my ID? I was like, I look 40, right, man? I was like, you don't look 40. And I was like, but I am. I was like, so do I have to get my fucking ID out? Because she looks younger because she's really short. So she's, damn near 70 still getting ID'd.
Because you're definitely not really short.
Hey, compared to her, I'm LeBron. Who's really tall? Michael Jordan? No, he's not even that tall.
Shaq?
Right? Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Shaq. I'm Shaq compared to her. And yeah, nobody cared about my ID.
I was going to ask, did you even get ID'd?
Nobody cared about
I sometimes do. Usually at like Publix or something. But it's really like, I mean, I'm like, I don't care when they ask for my ID. I'm actually kind of like sadder when they don't, I think. When they're like, they like, knows it pop up on their screen and says, are they over 30 or whatever? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, bitch, how'd you know?
Right. Well, it's because she dressed up as Britney Spears. That's how they knew. And like from a specific music video. Yeah. That's how they knew. Because she dressed up as Oops, I Did It Again, Britney. That's how they know.
Yeah, so anyways, Giselle Buchan is having a baby.
That's cute.
With the jiu-jitsu Joaquin Valente.
He looks young.
Yeah. It's baby number 3. So she has 2 with Tom Brady. Oh yeah, because he had another one from a previous marriage.
Yeah. So I put in her name and it was immediately like 44.
She's really pretty.
So no, she's okay.
She's not that old.
That's not honestly, I thought she was older. I thought she was in her 50s. And again, not that like you can't in your 50s, especially if like you've had frozen eggs or whatever, you know what I mean? But like 44, that's not.
I mean, could you imagine starting over though? Like her kids are like my kids' age. Right? I'm pretty sure, I don't know. They have a little girl, right? Don't they have a daughter?
I think they have a daughter and a son, right?
Yeah. So why did you only take the 2 boys to Taylor Swift?
I couldn't begin to tell you what Tom Brady does or why. I still think he's kind of like an alien. You know what I mean? Like, he was kind of funny, but like, right? Like, I don't feel like I don't know that I believe that he's fully human. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he's like part AI. I don't know. I couldn't begin to tell you what Tom Brady does.
Yeah, I don't know. Always like his eyes always look like they're like, I don't know.
Like, you don't blink.
Yeah, you know
Right,
what people
like,
say,
how
like,
are you-
eyes are like this,
the window to your
window
soul?
to your soul. Like,
And there's
he
nothing
just looks
there.
like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Too many concussions.
Probably. Probably, honestly. Oh, that's good for her, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And, like, again, like, I don't want to, but I think that you're right about, like, the starting over, right? Like, I feel like it would be easier to have your first baby at 44 than it would to be, like, have some teenagers and then a baby. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't know, I guess. But then I guess you have the teenagers to help you. I don't know.
Are they going to, though? I mean, we
The
helped
little-
with Tyler, remember?
Yeah.
But, like, we weren't, like, super hands-on, but, like, we did help.
Yeah.
Remember we locked ourselves in the closet to wrap Christmas presents? Then he asked, and we told him it was a portal to the North Pole and that we were Santa's helpers, so we could go in there, but he couldn't.
I don't actually remember that.
It was really funny.
It definitely sounds like we definitely would have said that.
Yeah, we did. We had a whole fucking story.
I just always remember him yelling at me for eating his cheeses.
Get your own
Get
box.
your own box. And then, like, right after that, was like a commercial, and we're like, wait.
Well, that's
did
because
he
my
know
cousin,
this commercial and
Well-
like quote the commercial?
Yeah,
or
remember
is he
my
just
cousin used to
saying
make him
that?
quote commercials. No, my cousin used to make him quote commercials. Danny would sit around and, like, make him do it.
Yeah.
Because he would be like, there's fast food, and then Tyler would be like, then there's KFC. And, like,
Yeah.
Danny, like, trained him to, like, repeat commercials at people.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure that he was repeating commercials, and my cousin made him do it.
Yeah. Get your own box.
All right, what else we got?
I mean, honestly, not a whole lot other than
Go back up to the...
We've got
Yeah. Let's get into that.
So we've been talking about the Menendez brothers because I watched the documentary and I'm fucking like,
And it's
it
big
was
news right
all
now.
fucking crazy. So right after we recorded, fuck, I
Mars
couldn't
will
say
fuck
that.
you.
Last week, their district attorney, right?
Yeah, you sent me. Yeah, it was the
District
California
Attorney.
District Attorney. You sent me, like, a live from them.
Yeah, came on and recommended them for resentencing. So what that means is that now it goes in front of a judge, I think like next month in November, sometime like early November, forget the date. A judge, they'll go in front of a judge and the judge will maybe resentence them. The judge doesn't have to do what the district attorney is suggesting.
Right.
But from what I've read and heard, understand, it's very uncommon. It's not very often that like a judge goes against what they recommended.
Right, because they're the one doing the legwork and the research, so, like, they
Right.
probably have a better handle.
Right. So they could get out. Like their lawyer is like, we're hoping the boys will be out by Thanksgiving.
Wild. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. Again, I still didn't watch anything.
Yeah.
But like you said, like, sure, like, they definitely did it, but, right, like, if it was just a manslaughter situation, they shouldn't have, what? Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Then they shouldn't have, well, I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens.
I don't know. Yeah. Should they have gotten life? I don't know. Are they about to get out? Well, I don't know. We're going to find out.
And then let's see what happens when they get out. I really don't think they're going to kill other people. I really do think that was a specific fucking situation.
I don't, yeah, I mean, I would think not. Like, after 35 years, like, you
don't want to go back?
You don't want to go back, yeah.
But that happens.
They don't have any money anymore, though.
Right.
Like, that's all gone. Once they were found guilty of the murder of them, then, like, the money, their inheritance couldn't go to them.
Right, which makes sense.
Right. So it went to, like, next of kin, and then they used a lot of it on defending them.
Right. And then I don't want to wish ill will on them, but like I just said, you don't want to go back in. But like, if you've never been an adult in the real world and you have no money and you know nothing better than like that's what happens to a lot of people. They get out and they end up back in because like it's
they don't
easier.
know what else to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Not easier, but like
get like book deals and blah, blah, blah. You know, they'll be inundated with like Hollywood. So
look out for the Menendez story by the Menendezes.
Yeah. Right. If they get out, they'll be doing. I mean, they probably got paid for that documentary that I watched, where they like were interviewed. I wonder if they have like
royalties or something.
A manager, even from jail, that like negotiates deals for them to even be able to. I would think, like, if you're trying to get out and you want some money, I wouldn't be doing that shit for free.
Absolutely, I bet you're right. They probably did get paid for that. Well, hey, get your money, boys.
Yeah. And the other thing that we talked about last week that I just kind of wanted to touch up on updates, which is like, I don't know if it's bringing the pod down, but the Liam shit.
Oh, I didn't see anything. What happened?
I mean, people are speculating, which obviously there's always speculation after someone passes away because people are trying to like figure out what was going on.
Especially
Of
someone
it
so young
being
and so
like,
suddenly. And
yeah, of it being like foul play and like the hotel covering up. I don't know, man. Like they were saying that there's no people who saw the photo, you know how like that photo was
yeah, yeah,
posted.
yeah.
People who saw the photo say that there's like the way he was on the ground wasn't consistent with like
A fall.
a fall. Yeah. And they think everything like and then we did talk about the 911 call last week where they were like, oh, he's in his there's a balcony in his room, we're afraid.
Right. It seemed like
And
they were setting
everyone's
it
like,
up.
yeah, like what, that was just a weird thing to say during the 911 call. And like if you guys put him, like you had access to his room
Right. Why couldn't you have moved his rooms then if you were worried about the
or
balcony?
like
Or had someone in there,
had
security,
someone
right?
like, or even if you were like afraid, if he was acting out wild, right? And like you were afraid to go in the room, you didn't want to like put yourself or anyone else in harm's way. If you were afraid of him falling from the balcony, why, like, wouldn't we like put someone outside
Right. And then you could like call if he's acting erratic on the balcony,
to like
right?
watch the balcony?
That makes sense. That
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
It's just weird. And like his dad is there, like helping on the investigation and shit, and like is pushing the. I don't know. Emotions run high when like someone passes like that, and
Yeah,
there's
for
no questions, and you
sure.
don't want to
Right.
believe like he did it or whatever. But
Yeah,
it's
that
just a
is,
very
I
odd.
did not hear that, but you know
Yeah,
what? Yeah, I mean, and like at first I was like, well, I mean, I guess the balcony makes sense if you're worried about his well-being, blah, blah, blah. But right, like if you worried enough about his well-being to mention the balcony in the 911 call, why is no one monitoring the balcony if you cared that much about it? If you
right.
thought of that, why aren't you monitoring? You're right, I didn't think about that. But like now that you say it, it does make sense because my first reaction was like, oh yeah, like if this is someone that has
Oh, they're
like been
worried about
open
him.
about like
Yeah,
thinking about self-harm, that like is under the influence, yeah, sure, mention the balcony, but right, like if you're mentioning the balcony, why is no one keeping an eye on it?
right.
I
I don't
hope
know.
man, I don't know. I don't even know. What do you even hope at that point? You know what I mean? I hope that everyone's at peace and they get it settled. I don't
Yeah.
even.
I guess you just hope for like the truth, right? That like if anybody
Right.
is responsible, they're held responsible for it,
Absolutely.
you
You're
know?
right. You're right. Man, that's sad and scary.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
I know.
His family.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And the fans and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Everybody involved in it just sucks. Hopefully they get answers though.
Right.
And the internet stops speculating.
Right.
Which is what
I was
we're
gonna say,
doing
well,
too,
like
but
including us, but
yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. We're speculating on their speculating.
Right? I'm just saying what's going on, what
Right.
people are saying.
We're just reporting the TikTok news, Instagram news.
TikTok news. We are hello. Welcome to your evening of reporting TikTok news. This, for real, the evening shit sucks. And it's like how dark it is right now. And it's going to get darker earlier. Like clocks change on Sunday.
I wish we didn't do that, but I'm not in charge of the clocks.
Like this is how dark it will be at fucking 6:30. So stupid.
Oh, we started in the winter last year. We started in like February.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't feel like it was this dark. This is what you get, dark parking lot.
Yeah, it'll be all right. What else we got? Abercrombie, Mark Jeffries.
Fuck. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Former.
You think it's connected?
I do.
Diddy?
I do. I do. I think it's
like
a millionaire ring.
Like...
I do. I think they're all fucking friends. And okay, so none of this is funny, but this is. It says, "Oh my God, not the guy who made teens stand shirtless outside his shops to sell clothes. What? No."
Yeah, right.
Because I mean, honestly,
I know. And they like really did, like when you would go into like an Abercrombie store, if you were hot, they wanted you to work there.
Yeah, my sister used to get harassed constantly.
I remember.
I read it. My sister couldn't go to the mall without them being like, "Hey, did you want a job?" So just a real quick, yes, I think this is connected. This is the power of the RICO charges. they're able
They're,
to
like,
dig deeper into
investigating
everything and able to
everything.
put the links together. Things that you wouldn't normally be able to investigate, you're able to put together under the RICO charges. This is why that's a big deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do. I think this is all related. I don't think he would have been brought down if they weren't. I think that he's related somehow. And by digging deeper into P. Diddy, here comes this motherfucker.
Right. Because we always knew he was not a good guy.
I don't know that I've ever even heard of him before.
No, remember there was like all that controversy before about how he like came out and said that like he refused. He's the CEO that refused to make extra large clothing because he didn't want people who wore extra large
to be
in his clothing.
I don't remember that, but I believe
that was not that long ago that came out, that like interview or whatever of him saying that shit.
It's been a long time since I've paid any attention to Abercrombie and Fitch, like 20 years, so
Yeah.
I don't remember, or I must have not heard that.
I feel
but
like that wasn't that long ago when that came out.
I believe
and
it.
That was like when Abercrombie really had like a downfall. Because I mean, when we were in high school, it was like the it clothing. Right. Yeah, everyone fucking wore it.
And so I'm like, I haven't cared in 20 years, but right.
And then it just like all that news came out and it went and downhill. And now this, but he hasn't been, I don't know when last time he was a CEO, but it doesn't fucking matter. You know, he was appointed by Clive Davis, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. Of course it's connected.
Right.
Of course it's connected.
Right.
That's what I mean. Yes, I didn't know that, but you know what? I fucking believe it.
Yeah, because I think it was all umbrella, right? Clive Davis was Clive Davis?
Oh.
Wait, yeah. Who is the owner of Victoria's Secret? That guy was a piece of shit too. Who was it? But they are all connected.
It's gonna know what I mean. See? Except for I hit the wrong button.
The Victoria's Secret, the like creator of it, because he doesn't own it anymore. No,
Roy
not
Raymond.
him. Nope. That's not who I'm thinking of. Whoever he sold it to. He created it and then sold it, that guy.
Hillary Super is a new CEO.
No.
What was the downfall? Oh.
Fuck. I should have looked this shit up before we got on here so we're not like, no, what do I want to know? I want to know.
All right, Victoria's Secret
scandal. And Abercrombie and Fitch. It's all connected, and I can't remember.
Why inclusivity helped Abercrombie but not Victoria's Secret? That sounds like... Okay. Alright, fine. Reddited it. The guy who made A&F into what it is today has been arrested for trafficking. Details are quite bleak. Young male models who've been at the center of lavish parties thrown by CEO. So that's definitely a Diddy connection. Up with the fashion brand that used to be mainstay of the 2000s. Okay. So I found a link. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. This was not very... We should have... But it's all...
I don't have a lot in here. Yeah, this is like way too much for me to like be able to like read and comprehend real quick in a quick enough time. All right, well we'll have to get back to that one because
I know.
All I have is a little bit, but I do think that it's related for sure. And then I don't know, did you see this one about the personal trainer who claims Diddy and celebrity friends passed him around like a party favor? I didn't open this, but it was a Perez Hilton. So I mean,
say that one more time.
Personal trainer claims Diddy and celebrity friends passed him around like a party favor after BET Awards 2022.
What the fuck? Sorry, we just really dropped the ball on that one with Abercrombie because I know that they're like somehow it's all connected and it's gonna bother me until.
Okay, well I don't know anything about it, so I can't.
Know.
We can't stop and look.
I know. Okay,
if you want to
move
look
on to
later,
the other fucking douchebags. That's like they're all. Is the music in like? I feel like Hollywood just needs to fucking go. Like everyone just needs to get out of it and new people in it that are better human beings.
Jamie Foxx allegedly says that Diddy was responsible for his hospitalization and he called the FBI. My cousin was telling me this too. That she read it somewhere else. That Jamie Foxx was trying to expose Diddy last year or whatever when he got sick. And that was what happened to him.
Yeah, I believe that too.
I believe it.
I mean, I just don't think like Jamie Foxx was really coming out and saying that word for word, right? Like that's somebody taking like what he said and um inferencing it. Is that the right word?
This says that it's Jamie Foxx is gonna say it on a Netflix special. This says Jamie Foxx allegedly claims Diddy responsible hospitalization Netflix special. I haven't been on TV. I haven't been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But my cousin, who is not as involved in some of this stuff as us, brought it up. So I was like, well, that's if you're saying it, you must have been on somewhere.
Yeah. You know, J-Lo's ex-husband said, Ojani Noah? Ojani Noah? Is that how you say his name?
I don't know.
It's J-Lo's first husband. Wrote on Instagram, I'm not on the list. To those people and media outlets asking if I ever went or participated in that piece of shit's freak-off parties, no and no. Never. But my ex-wife, a.k.a. J-Lo, did ask her.
I don't know. I mean, that could be true, and I would believe that her and Diddy were close, but also, like, the first ex-husband, is he not just looking for his 5 minutes of fame and any $1,000 TMZ will give him?
I mean, maybe, or he's probably tired of people asking him too, though. I guess he could have stayed quiet and just ignored the questions, but...
Are people really talking to you? You know, how popular is he? What does he do? I've never heard of him.
No idea.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like when, like, celebrities, like, long-lost relatives and people come out of the woodwork, so, like, you've never heard of saying terrible shit about them, it's like, are you guys just looking for your People magazine $300 paycheck?
Right.
I don't know.
I guess by the time she was hanging out with Diddy, he wouldn't have known what she was doing anyways, right?
Right. But I don't know. Like, if it was like, if Mark Anthony came out and was telling us stuff, I might listen to him because, like, they were together for a long time. They have, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, very true.
It was like a later. He was after Diddy. You know what I mean? So that's what when you said ex-husband, I was like, and then it's that guy. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't care about that guy.
Yeah.
I'm interested to find out more about the Jamie Foxx thing. I mean, I'm interested in your Abercrombie thing. I just don't want to, like, look for it too much, right? But I'm very interested.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a web of... Because they are all somehow connected.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And I believe...
remember how.
More and more is going to come out because that's the whole... Again, that's the beauty of the RICO. They're going to start digging and digging. So I don't know, do we just get to, like, the worst part of the Diddy thing? Or do you want to hear my I think that this kid's a piece of shit story first?
Let's finish out Diddy.
All right, well, do you want to say it?
Was it today that came out?
That's where I saw it.
More freaking lawsuits have come from that lawyer that has, like, the 300 people, and he's just like steadily, he's like putting them out a few at a time. And, you know, the first time the ones were announced, we were like, oh my God, that was horrible. And then, like, the next four announced and we're like, holy shit, how worse can it get? And, like, now this week's was announced, and I'm afraid if, like, he's, like, building up and they're worse and worse and worse, like, are they going to get worse than this? Because
I don't know how you can.
I don't know how you can, but I feel like we've been saying, how do you get worse? So the ones today, the youngest is fucking 10 years old, and he's claiming to have been drugged. Like, you fucking drugged a 10-year-old?
Like, honestly, that's some of the grossest shit.
Like,
I'm like, how do you live with yourself?
I don't
how do you
know.
Do that?
How do you do that? Like,
a 10-year-old.
And then the 10-year, and then according to what I read, was that he was it says that he was asked the parents, Diddy asked the parents to meet with the boy alone, and from my understanding, the parents sent someone, like, he didn't just, like, go in a room with Diddy alone. Like, there was somebody there that, like, the parents trusted. I don't know exactly who, and they went, and the boy said that, like, he asked how bad do you want it, or something like that, like, to be famous. And the boy goes, oh, I would do anything. This was what he's saying, like, 10 years later. And then he, like, he was given a soda, and he started to feel funny, and then things happened, and that he was threatened, like, if you ever tell anyone, I'll kill your parents. So the boy, like, left, whatever, and then, like, did tell the parents, according to, like, his case. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the right word. But the parents decided not to contact the authorities out of fear of retaliation.
Honestly, maybe a good move at that point, you know, and now you got it out now because at that point he might have killed you. It turns out that he was silencing people.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, how do you sleep on that information that this thing happened to your child? I don't know. I don't know.
But when it's somebody that powerful and you're like, they're not powerful people, you know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
So how do you, like, you probably feel like you
can't.
Like,
right.
You would never be believed, you feel like, because 10 years ago, boys weren't getting the Menendez, you know what I mean? Like, boys, that wasn't happening to boys.
Or we weren't believing.
Well, yeah, obviously it was happening to boys, but, like, not in, like, the...
Well, it's like the Catholic Church.
Social eyes. Like, it wasn't, you know, boys didn't get molested.
I think I had that a while ago and I forgot to send it.
They did, but like not people just didn't socially, like that wasn't believed, I guess. I don't fucking know. But women are barely believed. Boys definitely weren't.
Did I send this? Did we talk about this? The diet, cheese, whatever the hell it is of the Catholic Church. I think it was like the big one in like, I want to say California. They've had to pay out like 80 million.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we talked about that, but I think I did send you something on that. But it was like a lot of fucking money they just had to pay out to like victims.
Did you send it to me or did we send it to parking lot? Because
I think I sent it directly to you. Sometimes I send things just to you that I'm like,
should we even get into it? But then I just do it anyway.
That's fine. But yeah, that was like a lot of money they had to pay out to victims, and then it's like the church is probably still open.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. That's the fucked up thing. You know what I mean? And that's just like my point of like what you're saying about like you know, like boys or whatever. Like
maybe
these Catholic churches have been like doing this to boys for decades and decades, but they're like, oh well, of course the Catholic Church isn't doing that to a boy. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, we're not gonna do this, but it's a thing. We'll figure it out and we'll bring it back another time.
Yeah, I don't know. That was very fucking disturbing.
Honestly, it was really disturbing.
And I don't. He's not going to get out of this, right? Like he's done.
He can't. I don't want to believe that he can. I don't want to believe that that's possible.
I hope every bit of his fucking fortune goes to his victims.
And I hope so. And I think that it should.
Like, and he doesn't have a fucking penny left to defend himself.
I hope so. And I hope that he's getting raped every day. Or not. Would he like that? I don't know.
He would probably like it.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because he wants to be the one in control, so hopefully.
Oh, right. Maybe somebody's bitch. I feel like that would be like a nice karma, right?
Yeah.
Right? That would be cool. I mean, like not for him, but for like his, right? His karmic situation.
Karma is real.
So we're at 48 minutes.
It's coming for him.
It is. Do you want me to tell you about this?
Yes.
And then okay. So you had made a comment about how sometimes everyone's so quick to be like, oh, the parents are to blame when kids are assholes, and sometimes kids are just assholes.
Yeah.
So, teen arrested for savage attack on Miami Beach doctor over mother's medical treatment. 19-year-old blah, 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 arrested for violent assault on Dr. blah, 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 an OBGYN at Mount Sinai Medical Center in Miami Beach on October 14th. He faces charges of aggravated battery on a medical professional after confronting, okay, so we can say the doctor's name. It was Dr. Silvers. Over his mother's treatment and allegedly attacking him. The assault left the doctor with multiple facial fractures, concussion, blah, blah, blah. Dispute reportedly arose from the doctor's prescription of opioids to Perez del Castillo's mother during a June procedure. So when I first read that, I was like, oh, is the kid mad that the doctor's giving the mom, like, opioids?
Yeah, like he got mad that, like, he got the mom's, like,
hooked, right? That's what I thought.
Drugs. Like,
that's what I thought.
Okay.
And then I read deeper into the article, right?
That's what I was just thinking as you're
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And then I read well, then I saw the picture of the kid, and I was like, something's not right. And then I read the article. No, he was beat up the doctor because the doctor wouldn't give his mom more opioids because he's clearly taking them. Look at him.
Oh,
I've known people on opioids.
God.
This kid's on fucking opioids. Look at this kid. I know I didn't say his name, but I'm showing his face, but that's honestly because I just skipped over the name because it was easier for me. Honestly, I know that that's rude of me, but I'm tired and my brain hurts.
What?
What do you mean? So you're stealing your mom's medicine and beating up the doctor because you won't give her more? Like, look at that kid. I'm like 19. What the
Oh my
fuck are you doing? What are you
God.
doing?
I mean, some doctors deserve to be beat up because
Right,
they
and that's what I thought.
overprescribe.
And that's what I thought, because I absolutely agree. Like, I think the opioids are out of control. This is so stupid and off thing, but like, I've been mad at CVS for years. So CVS was like, we're going to be healthy and we're not going to sell cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad. I get it, right? But how are you going to be like, we're going to be healthy because we don't sell cigarettes, but like, you're still passing out OxyContin, which is literally synthetic fucking heroin, you dickheads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the dumbest shit.
Just keep refilling
It's the dumbest shit. It's like, there's a word for it where like you act like you're doing a good thing by like taking something like slightly less harmful away, but like pushing something even more harmful. You know what I mean? Playing in your fucking face, CVS. Fuck CVS. Every time my cousin's like, oh, I did CVS, I'm like, you know how I fucking feel. It's been 10 years and I'm still mad. I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore. But I'm still mad because it's stupid to be like, oh, cigarettes are too dangerous. Here's your fucking synthetic heroin.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I think that the
That
kid was
wild.
the asshole here, right?
Yeah, the kid's the asshole for sure.
And I read the article and I thought the same thing. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he must be mad that they got his mom hooked to opiates. And then I looked at the picture and I was like, you know what? I'm going to click this link. I don't normally click the link, but after I saw his face, I was like, I have to click this link. And he was mad that they wouldn't give his mom enough opioids because he's clearly stealing them. Look at his face. His eye's not open.
The doctor kind of looked like
The doctor looked
Epstein.
He did.
Like, I thought when I first saw that before you started reading, I thought it was like a weird Epstein. Not close up like that. He doesn't.
Yeah,
but from there he
here.
did. Yeah. I thought it was like an Epstein story.
Well,
who's also connected, by the way.
I bet.
To
Has to be.
The CEO. Somehow they are all connected, and I will figure it out, and I will come with a fucking flowchart next week.
I hope you do. You need a Venn diagram. That's what you need. You need a fucking Venn diagram. We'll be back with charts.
Right here.
That would be fun.
That would be funny. All right. I guess on that note, we're fucking out. I don't know what else we've got to say.
No, it's been an hour.
Perfect.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Thanks for being here. K-Town down.